Ahead of a new season, I'm going to be walking 37 miles in 3 days, visiting every Premier League club in London to find out what Arsenal are up against this season from our closest rivals, and more importantly, to raise money for Prostate Cancer UK. Sponsor me and save lives. Keep on my channels for more and watch this space.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. We've just beaten Bayer Leverkusen 4-1 here at the Emirates. Jason, 4-1 win against the unbeaten. You know, the Invincibles they were saying, but today, look, very comfortable today, Arsenal.
Yeah, look, I think that was impressive for what it was at this stage of pre-season. People are still coming back, getting minutes. Everyone's kind of training schedules are all over the place. So what you kind of want from games like this is players to come through with no injuries, going into the weekend, and then a week out from the Wolves game. Is the big one. So if you can avoid injuries up until then, you've had a pretty good pre-season. It's been a bit of a turbulent one for most sides, really, just because of the way that the Euros landed. The Olympics are still going on, the Copa America and stuff. So, like I said, no injuries is the big, is the big focus for this period. I know Timber's been, they've sat him out a little bit just to make sure they can kind of manage his workload.
So I think he'll be ready for the season, Timber, because they're saying it's a weight-bearing injury or something. Why are they resting him? Like, do you think we're going to need him to?
I mean, I think he played the 3 games in America, so I think when you think about that, he wasn't rushed back at the end of last season. So we've had situations in the past where players have come back from injury, and the squad's been so weak that we've had to rush players back. When someone's come back from like an ACL sort of injury, you can't really. So I think they've managed his workload very, very, very well. And the fact that you wouldn't even look at the game today and say we really missed him. I thought Zinchenko had a really good first half. Miles Lewis-Skelly looked really solid when he came on. I thought he looked really, really, really impressive. Wanyeri, when he came on, looked really impressive. Havertz looked a handful when he went up front. So, all in all, you've got the makings of a really good squad. I think Sunday we probably see the 11 that start the week, the following week against Wolves, and it's quite impressive. I mean, Reece Nelson doesn't make the game today, so you'd imagine he's probably off on the basis of that.
Is that a shame for you, or?
Yeah, but I think one of the things that I said at the end of last season was that what we now need is Arteta to build out that core group of 14, 15 that he really trusts and turn that into 17 or 18, and it doesn't seem on the basis of things that really Nketiah and Reece Nelson are in that cohort. So, Wanyeri's come in. It's a shame to see Smith Rowe go on exactly the same, but fundamentally, if they're not trusted to play more than 400 or 500 minutes over the course of a season, we have to start bringing in players that start to raise the level of the squad. A couple of seasons ago, we brought in Zinchenko, we brought in Jesus, and they absolutely elevated the level of the squad. True. And now you look at both of them and go, actually, if they're not in the first 11, you're still relatively confident. So it kind of shows how high the elevation of the squad has been over the past 18 months, 2 years. And I still think there are probably some big moves that are going to happen over the course of the next few weeks. Just whilst everyone settles back in, once people start coming back from the Euros, and we can kind of be sure that everyone's fit. So confident going into the season. I think that was a super impressive 90 minutes. Like I said, no injuries. That's the main thing for me. Roll on Sunday and more of the same.